everybody, and welcome back to some more RimWorld. Alrighty, so in this episode, what we're gonna do is we are officially going to be ditching our home away from home to get a more mobile base under our wing. So, I have everything being moved over, albeit we just gotta wait for everybody to actually do it now. And then once we're all moved over, it's time we take off. And we are, for the most part, just going to be hanging out inside of the grav ship at this point, while moving point to point, getting everything we need to do done, and then moving on. And that should be pretty solid. There is a part of me that's a little bit worried about the size of our grav ship, but considering it is a permanent base, I think it should be fine. So, I'm a little worried because, man, the amount of steel that you need to upkeep and create a grav ship is kind of crazy. Not to mention, I am doing my absolute darndest to make sure that, regardless of what happens, even if there is any kind of hull breach, we're not all going to immediately die. So, you know, there is a little bit of that. But what I'm thinking of doing, after we get another Gravcore, range extender, is I want to make 4 more rooms right here. One of which is for cold storage, so, you know, all of our food, you know, stuff like that. And then, now, debatably, it is a little bit too far away, but I think it should be fine. Worst case, we'll just swap 2 rooms over and, you know, boom, there you go. But cold storage room, and then a room that is nothing but making chem fuel, and as well as providing us a lot more power. Then I'm also going to be making a wing on this side and a wing on this side. And then that should be our entire grav ship ready to go. At that point, once it has 4 wings and the final extension of the body, once all of that is completely done, I mean, that's legit our home from then on. Like, I think we're at a good enough position to where we can take off and be fine in our grav ship, but it still does need a little bit of work, so there is that. But what I'm doing for the moment in our home is I'm just starting to break down everything. That way we can keep every last drop of resources that we have. It's, you know, it's still just a little bit scary, and I don't think that we have enough energy production to fully upkeep this. But we have enough to get to a new spot, and then we should have enough to actually be able to build some power stuff and the like to keep ourselves going, so I'm confident that we'll be fine. I am also building a little bit of automated defenses on our grav ship itself. That way, if we are attacked as soon as we land somewhere, at the very least, we'll be able to survive it a tiny bit, if nothing else. So, overall, I'm pretty happy with how this grav ship is turning out. Speaking of Bex, how was the party? I had a good time. Hey, you know, that works for me. You're also a psychopath, right? Kind of forgot about that, if I'm honest. So, what we're working on right now is I'm trying to make a bunch of bionic bits, because our people do get a little bit unhappy when they don't have enhancements. So detox lung, because one of our lungs is injured, leg, because someone is missing multiple toes, an arm, we're missing a pinky, and bionic tail, because we're missing a tail. So once we get all of that done, and we get everything moved into the grav ship itself, we should be ready to just take off. And while we're not going to be able to go far enough to actually get to one of the grav sites, we should be able to get somewhat close, because these are the 2 ones of note. And there's still quite a few around the map, I believe. Like, yeah, here's one down here. There's the 2 over here. For the moment, it seems as though that might be it. Okay, yeah, so that is it for the moment. But even still, that's 3 more Gravcores that we can get. Honestly, I'm gonna make 2 of them just into base extenders, and then the 3rd one, I'm thinking of making the Signal Jammer Majiggy. Because the thing about the Signal Jammer is, according to the tooltip, it disguises the electromagnetic signature of your grav ship, allowing it to approach heavily defended landing sites. So basically, that just means that we're actually going to be able to fly places in space without getting absolutely shot down. I would also like to make the Gravcore power cell. Issue with that, we need a Gravcore for each of them. But if we can actually put them down, they give us 1,200 power. And that's seemingly just completely for free. So if we could get some of those, that would be real nice. But since they also take a freaking Gravcore per, we're not going to be getting them very quickly. So yeah, for the moment, that's our plan. Move everything over, start getting more Gravcores, expand our ship, and once we have 2 more wings and the rest of the body, then it's just pure upgrades. And you know what? Since we have so much plasteel, I actually think I'm going to replace the outer layer of our grav ship with nothing but plasteel walls. That way, just in case we are attacked for any reason, we have extremely powerful hull protecting us. Because you can see, the steel grav ship hull is fine. 420, that's not bad at all. But plasteel grav ship hull is 1,175. So if we're attacked for any reason, I would feel a lot safer having plasteel. Well, that didn't take long. Hey, would you look at that? More mechanoids! Yippee! Look, normally I would be more than... Brother, you're out of your goddamn mind! Are you for real? A phalanx and a fireworm? Oh, by the way, another aura. Haha, hee hee. So, phalanx. I know you're curious what he does. It is a rhinoceros beetle. The phalanx's plasteel carapace hides a very powerful cryogenic engine capable of constantly producing compacted pellets of supercooled gas. These are fired from an aperture at the mechanoid's head. This cryo weapon has very low range, but it can be very dangerous for being susceptible to frostbite. So, yeah. Don't worry, he only has a damage of a lot. A whole lot. So, I have an idea. It's called Try and Ditch as soon as possible. Hopefully, our turrets slow down the mechanoids for long enough that we can actually get everything moved over immediately and just take off. Because, yeah. Big fire, big damage. Not good. Who's over there? Who's in range? Is it Parker? Do they see Parker? Oh, they do. Okay. Okay, Parker, here's what I want you to do. Come uninstall this immediately. Let's just hope that our turrets actually slow them down enough to where we can get this all done. We might just have to stand our ground here. I don't know. But this is not a good fight for us. You're doing that. Okay, Haruka still doesn't have a gun. We really should have solved that a while ago, but, you're hauling, you're harvesting. Okay. Anna? I want you to come over here and start pestering them with the sniper. Siri? Oh, you're still getting age replaced. Okay. Parker? let's have you immediately start just hauling that. That way we get it out of the way. Parker, I want you to just stand guard, do what you can do. Okay, the explosion does help a little bit. These scythers are injured. Oh, but unfortunately that did also break our power, so that is not ideal. Okay, our little explosive drone going in. Unfortunately getting wasted, but you know what? It is what it is. Parker, start shooting at this aura immediately. We know how deadly they are, and we do not want to let it get too much value if we can. Although that is exactly what it's going to do, so start running right now. Oh, just start running. Do not stop running. Let the turrets take care of it. In fact, just run this way. That way the turrets have as much time as possible to just keep shooting. Okay, good stuff. Okay, good. The aura is dead. I have lost vision on the Goliath. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. They got replaced by pikemen. You know what? I totally forgot that I even had that setting toggled. Why did they show up there? Wait a minute. That's a weird way to handle that. Okay, so wait a second. So, it was quite some time ago, I turned off the really OP alpha mech stuff. But they were there. Huh? I know it says it replaces them with pikemen, but they were there, though. Wait, so does it, when it says replaces them, does it wait until they drop, and then it just, like, kills them and spawns a pikeman in its place? That's a little unusual. Is there, like, 2 bodies over here? No, it legit just replaces them. Okay, so I was terrified for a lot less reason than I should have been then, because we can handle this. We, in fact, could not handle if there was a freaking Goliath and Fireworm running it down at us, though. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say I'm displeased by this, but it is certainly a surprise. That kind of shows us that we need to be a lot more battle ready. So, hey, if nothing else, this is just the scare we needed to kick it into high gear. Let's go ahead and also repair our lifter. And then Parker and Anna, you should have more than enough range to deal with these pikemen. Ouch. Anna currently losing the sniper battle, though. Oh, no, you did hit. Ah, Diana. Okay, Diana's fine. Diana's fine. Soaking aggro. Keeping him busy. Okay, that gives us time to move up. Let's go. Let's make our move. Ouch. Okay, Diana, time for you to bail. Actually, you know what, Diana? We can make the most of this. Start shooting at this one. Parker is almost in position, and Anna is already shooting. Okay, that one's dead. Immediately, you are going to bed. Okay, good. We are not losing anyone out. Where are you going? No. You are going to bed now. Don't worry about hauling. Someone else will do that. Okay, we survived. We're not making this mistake again. We're not making this mistake again. Parker, get over here now. You know what? Just in case you can't make it. Haruka, you're closer. Get into the med bay. Pick up some medicine. Okay, you're tending to Diana. Not making that mistake again. Breaking down even more of our leftover supplies. Now it's time to break down the coolers, the security doors, and anything else that remains. By the way, here's something crazy. A security door has 800 health, right? Plasteel door has 450. So, security doors are legit. Also, with the amount of grav substructure that we could still put, I am going to go ahead and just make a room right here. It's not going to look amazing because it's just like a little lip that's connected to nothing, but it does give us a little bit more space to work with while we get ready to go. Not to mention, once we get our next Gravcore, we are also going to be expanding our ship anyway, so may as well get started now. Also, two things. There's a bulk trader and a growth moment for Kitteh. Overall, both quite nice things. So you can have this go juice, and then you can have these are all still fairly good quality. 61% is maybe a little iffy. Alright, you can have the 61%. You can have that. 70%, nah, it's still too good to get rid of. Kid, and we'll keep that. Somewhat damaged dusters, you can have that one. 97%, 99%. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna keep those. Honestly, that's pretty much it. You don't have any books for us. And I don't really want any of the animals. Well, actually, hang on a minute. How about I give you 147 Devil Strand and you give me all of your silver? 41 reputation. Not bad. Alright, Kitteh, what do you want to be good at? You've reached the biological age of 7. She's demonstrated excellent personal growth. When Kitteh is older, she wants to spend her time tailoring clothes. Well, you know what? Good for you. Ace would no doubt really enjoy that. In fact, that's probably where you got it. As for other passions, let's do some mining and cooking. That sounds good to me. Then, gain a single trait. We could do psychopath, slow learner, aesthetic, or super immune. I'm gonna be honest, I like the idea of super immune. Although, oddly enough, psychopath actually kind of feels really good. Like, yeah, obviously, psychopath is a little iffy to have in our colony, but I'm really debating it. Psychopath, oddly enough, seems very good, but super immune basically makes it that she literally will never die to diseases, so let's do that. We've seen how deadly some diseases can be, even as Moyos. So, you know what? Let's just go ahead and completely negate that issue, shall we? Ooh, cargo pods. With a ton of psychoid. Yeah, alright. Yeah, we'll just take that. Why not? Yeah, sounds good to me. As for what we're gonna be making this room, honestly, hear me out. What if we turn this into our chem fuel refining room? I know that, you know, technically it seems a little bit iffy, but honestly, I think it might just work out. Just having a side room be where we make all of our chem fuel stuff, it sort of seems like a good idea to me. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to put plasteel, plasteel walls and stuff just for safety, because if we can, I would like us to have absolutely zero problems when it comes to anything boarding related. And then we'll just do steel for everything else. So we'll do like that, maybe that. And then we'll just do regular steel walls, and we'll do boop boop. Then we will do a plasteel door. We'll put in another vac barrier. We need to go buy more vac blocks. Let's see. Yeah, and then we could just do steel all the way down and all the way down. And then once this is built... Oh, but it's not going to be because we're out. But either way, once this is built, Then we can put another plasteel wall down, and that should be really, really good for us. Now... let's do a biofuel refinery. And then we can also put down our... there we go. We can do maybe a little something like this, and this should be relatively good. I am also absolutely going to be putting a fire foam popper in this room because it's gonna get hot. But a battery, fire foam popper, recycling for all of our nasty, you know, gubbins. And then we can make some regular biofuel, chem fuel. And I mean, honestly, that seems like a pretty good use of our space. And then what we can also do... what is it under? There we go. Okay. Since I want to actually make use of uranium at some point, we're gonna do the extraordinarily risky thing of putting specifically radioactive isotopax inside of waste crates, because it prevents it from dissolving and leaking into the environment. It can only hold a certain amount, which, it can only hold one stack. So, let me see, they stack up to what exactly? Up to 5, I believe? So we can hold 5, 10, 15, 20... holding 20 radioactive things while we convert it into uranium, and it is only going to be locked within this single room. I mean, that does seem like a pretty good idea. And I would put it right here, but this is where all the output is going to be, so unfortunately, we're just going to have to leave that open. But, alright. This gives us a somewhat sustainable way to get uranium as well, so I think it is just going to be important to do. And then I am preemptively going to build a little bit more plasteel hull. And once this is all ready to go, we're going to do some trading, and then we are finally going to be on the move. And hopefully everything goes pretty okay. We're just going to stock up as much as physically possible because I don't think we have enough power output at the moment. So we're just going to have to make do. Sad drifters. 3 desperate refugees, including a child, are approaching. Yep. There is a chance that they will join you if you keep them nice and happy. Well, would you look at that? There's a small chance that one of you is a walking reincarnation of none other. Wimp and Delicate? Oh, I think we know exactly who's our reincarnation now. Okay, so they want to stick around for 9 days. Dude, I have such a good idea. I'm the smartest person in the entire galaxy. That's a lie, but I'm just gonna pretend it's the truth anyway. Here's what we're gonna do. Bed, bed, bed. Then, we are going to start ripping down this area, because our goal is to be out of here, in this episode. But I'm okay with extending just a little bit, if it means good things. So, tell you what, we will just make this a nice, pretty room for them, just for now. Where is my... aha! End table. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Then they can have a dresser. Boom, boom, boom. We have so much wood that I'm honestly not too opposed to doing this. Slate walls. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. That should be good enough. And then we'll be able to make some magic happen. So we only need one of them to decide to join us, and then we are legit just like in business. And I am also going to change our schedule to nothing but recreation. You guys just enjoy yourselves. After all, we might not enjoy the presence of humans, but we can tolerate you for long enough. After all, you are guests. You will not be staying here for a long term, I hope. Okay, let's go ahead and start ripping this building down. We don't need any of this to stay. Yeah, look at that. I am also trying not to destroy all of our infrastructure with wires and whatnot, since we are still using it, so, we'll get there when we get there. For the moment, though, what's our wealth looking like? It's going down! It is in fact going down. That's good. The lower we can get it, the easier of a time we're gonna have just simply staying alive until... Until we're actually ready to go. Bex has gotten food poisoning because of an incompetent cook. Right. Again? Bro. Okay, fine. Since people don't want to put a roof on it yet, we'll do it the manual way. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Good enough. And then right here as well. My goodness. Our poor fire foam popper has already gone off. Anna, do you... Okay. Yeah. You can get some sleep a little later. We need to avoid all of this fire where we can. Haruka. There we go. Great job. Oh my god, I put the cooler in on the opposite side. Good one, Shadow. Nice job. You're making everybody proud right now. How did I even do that? I put the cooler the wrong direction? It literally makes you into... Oh. Pete is a refugee... Oh, he's related to Valentina. Hey, that's pretty cool. Diana's not doing well. Why? Malnutrition. Why is nobody cooking? Hello? Why are we not making food? Dude, we have all of that. What? Look at all this. Oh, that's because Shadow is a big dum-dum. That's because Shadow is a big dum-dum. That's because that is, in fact, completely Shadow's fault. Trademark is the problem that happened there. Okay, fair enough. It's because I got rid of the growth zone on accident. Well, well, well. Join offer, orange. She wishes to join you permanently. Then who are we to say no? Well, see, there is one little thing, Orange. And as a human, you know, this cannot be held against you. However, seeing as you are a child, and as dark as this is about to seem, trust me, it's not. I totally promise. We happen to have 15 blue meds lying around. So, how would you like to change your name? Oh. Alright then. Well, it really is going to be a Mark II now, isn't it? The wheel has spoken, and the blue blood has changed. Illumina joins us once again! Now, I did not forget that Illumina wanted bright blue luminescence. And I know, despite how it looks, she does actually have bright blue luminescence. However, it's not actually going to take effect until she's an adult, so, you know how with some people, they have, like, really dark hair when they're younger, or, like, really bright hair when they're younger, and as they get older, it gets the opposite? We can just assume it's the exact same thing with the bioluminescence, because you can see right here, albeit a little hard to see maybe for you guys. I can't zoom in any further. I do have it set to bright blue, so it'll it'll change at some point. But Illumina currently has 0 skills. That's expected. But kind and delicate have transferred over. We do need to talk her into being part of the mind again, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there. In this time, Illumina Mark II should be completely safe and sound, and will not die, hopefully, ever again. We'll see. RimWorld has a way of just killing your characters off, so we quite literally will see. Now, what I am going to do is, I think, just to make our little grav ship a little nicer, I am going to put down a couple extra grav areas, and then, yeah, once our buddies get the heck out of here, we are going to take off, and we shall be on the move. But yeah, Illumina is back, and hopefully we'll stay alive this time. I hope. Also, we have some mysterious cargo. Technically, we could do it, but I'm just really worried about what it's gonna be. And even though the promise of silver is extraordinarily tempting, I don't think I'm gonna do it, at least not right now. So, yeah, maybe perhaps a little bit unfortunate for them, but oh well. I am also going to set this to hold some simple meals as well. That way our meals aren't just on the ground. And then we are going to expand that. And that should be relatively good to go. Nobody has made this hunter trap yet. And I know we're making chem fuel, but, oh. Okay, we had a ram that self-tamed. Since these waste crates do not stop radiation, we're not going to be using them. They are only going to hold toxic waste packs and literally nothing else. They are not to be trusted with anything. Also, Diana's pleasure cycle is done, so hopefully she is a little bit happier. Yeah, plus 15. Good enough for me. Ay, ay, ay. This episode's already starting out with a roller coaster. Not only do we have a viewer character back, but we've already been attacked, and we are currently just waiting down the clock, and then we are gonna go. So, yeah, it says polluted, but this is radiation pollution, so, well, ignore she has that. That was, Okay, so the depth weave kid stuff looks real not good on you. Huh. Right. What is Kiera wearing? A romper? Alright. Well, since a romper works, let's get to work on that immediately. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what went wrong there. Okay. So, Illumina's body was set to baby, not kid. So that's why it had a huge X, because the game had no idea what to do with that. I mean, fair enough, you know? If I saw a kid with the body of a baby, I'd probably think it's a little unusual, too. Wow, that only took one? Hey, Illumina, remember how you used to be part of the hive mind? Oh, yeah! Man, Illumina really does have great memory. Good. Alright. Is that? Ah, still one left. I still see one more. Okay. Go get him. Ah. Don't have to worry about being shot at, but relatively low health. Dude, our turrets actually did such a great job. You know, they didn't take out every single mechanoid on their own, but even still, they, I'm willing to say it, they hard carried. They did a fantastic job. You know, could they have potentially done a little better? Yeah, obviously, but they're turrets, right? And we don't have a kill box or anything set up, so I don't think it was ever going to be the case where they just, like, completely solo it. But the fact that they even got that far, as far as defending, that is just super impressive. Like, I'm really proud of our little robots. Let's see, how much longer are you guys going to be here? You are here for 2 days. Okay, well, after the 2-day mark is up, we should have everything broken down by that point, and then it's finally time for us to go. Now, what I am going to do, somewhat temporarily, is I am going to allow this to get powered on, just so we can harvest what steel remains. Let's see, how is our power doing? Oh, we're doing absolutely perfect. And that's with one of our toxifier generators getting destroyed, too. Okay, let's go ahead and break down this large pollution pump, because we just want to recover as much as physically possible, and that seems like a pretty good idea. And then don't bother rebuilding these, because we are just going to be leaving them anyway, so let's just cancel all that. Alright. All things considered, I think that we are just about ready to go. Bro. A mechanoid cluster. We just dealt with one. How long do we have until they actually activate? Activates in 4.7 days? You know what? It's not our problem. Literally not our problem. We are going to be completely out of here by the time they activate. So you know what? You guys do whatever you're going to do. Selling to... They would like to purchase a remote repairer. They want us to actually bring it to them, though, which, considering we're about to be leaving this place, I don't really think that's a good idea. Refugees are leaving. They thank you for allowing them to stay for 9 days, but they're moving on. However, they won't forget what we have done. Beautiful. Happy to have helped. So, our amalgamated mark. Obviously, we're going to have to leave that behind. So, I'm just going to stick it in this middle area place along with some hex carpet, and we're just going to hope that our people are happy enough with it, even if it's just a tiny debuff. You know what? That's better than just not having it at all. Now we just need to wait for people to actually bring steel over. And quest completed! Sad Drifters! Yippee! And then these guys shouldn't be active for a little longer, right? Initiates in 3 days. Okay, that's plenty. Pretty much as soon as we have our mark built and all of our carpet built, then we're getting the heck out of here. Okay, how do we feel about this? Well, I'm not seeing anything about it being bad. Apparently being in a decent room is good enough. Also, I decided to use both Moyo colors, being blue and purple. Even though it looks a little odd, you know what? We're just gonna ignore that because it's a combination. It's like two hands shaking. That's what I had intended, but it looks not quite like that. So we're just ignore it. Ignore it. It's fine. You know what? You know what? It's time to go. We're launching. 53% quality. Oddly low. But we won't be able to return. So, let me see. Is there anything else we need to bring? This is all bricks. We don't really need that. We've broken those. These. Technically, we could harvest this stuff. Oh, you know what? This orbital trade beacon. I actually want to keep that. Alright, fine. The orbital trade beacons and the floodlights, we'll uninstall those, we'll stick them into storage, and then that should be good enough. It's probably better to leave in the middle of daytime anyway. Waste pack infestation. Alright, that's it. We're leaving now. We waited long enough. Bye. Time to go. We're not waiting anymore. This place sucks. Thank you for being our home for as long as you were, but it is time to depart. Farewell. Well then, let us go as far as we may. It looks a little bit... Alright, well, you know what? You can see the vision of the ship, though. At the moment, though, it needs a little bit of work. And off we go. Oh my! We went from positive 41 to negative 48 with the Tribe of Bara. Oh my god! Alright, well, they absolutely hate us now. I guess that's because we left so many tox packs behind, huh? Well, it's gonna be a minute until we can take off again, but we are gonna land right... You know what? Let's do it right here. There we go. That should be good. And since we're gonna be here for a minute, we may as well make a pit stop and get a little bit of steel. Okay, what is our negative currently at? Grid excess negative 8,000. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I kind of figured it was going to be a bit bad, but you know what? Flick this. Hang on. I think we can actually afford to turn a couple things off for the moment. So none of these are active, so let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is another 400 power. All right, let's do that. So we go boom, 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 boom. Flick all those off just for the moment. You know what? We can make this a fueled stove. Let's go. Oh, if I could spell it right, that'd be nice. There we go. Fueled stove. We'll make that right here. Hang on. We'll do fueled stove right here. And then we'll go ahead and swap that as soon as we can. Recycling thing is pretty good for the moment. Our turrets don't need to be on for now. So that saves us a bit of power. Should have, you know, done this before we took off. But, yeah, no, we were kind of in a rush. Also, since we're not actually in space yet, I think we could turn off all our vac barriers just for the moment. Let's see, that one, this one, there. Okay, well that already is saving us like a couple thousand power, so that's really, really nice. I don't want to turn off our sleep accelerators, those are too important, especially for everything we're going to be doing. We can turn off one of our coolers, I think that'd be okay. That's 200 that we get saved. And then... Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't want to turn this one off. I want to turn that one off. Let's see. I want to keep this one on, because this is where we're making all of our chem fuel, so definitely don't want that being off. You know what? For the moment, we could turn off our mech rechargers, and then we can have all of them take position. There we go. Okay. So, all of our mechanoids are exactly where we want them. And for the moment, we can put them into dormant self-recharge. Okay, well, I don't know why they decided to just shuffle where they were, but they're not too in the way, I suppose. So now, here's what we do. Boom. There we go. Okay. So we've got a big old growing area here directly next to water. That'll be good. Then, over here, we're going to prepare ourselves to go mining for a bit of steel. That should be very, very nice for us. A bit of steel is never bad. And then, by the time we mine all that, grow a bit of rice, should be ready to take off. There is an ancient generator, but we're not really able to do anything with that, so let's go ahead and break that down. Okie dokie, everyone! Do what you do best. Make do! Well, you know what? At night, we're only at an excess of -600, considering? That's actually not bad at all. That actually, to me, that's... Yeah, once we get another wing of our grav ship ready to go, that's legit territory to where we're self-sufficient. Granted, we did have to turn a ton of stuff on, but if we're only at -600 at night, then it technically only takes one more industrial chem generator, which gives us 2,400. And then we have an excess of 1,800 to just do whatever we're gonna do with. That's a huge deal. Wow. Wow. Whew. The amount of wood we're getting, the amount of steel we're getting is just crazy. And this is actually gonna become a bit of a normalcy, because anywhere we land is potentially just gonna have a whole bunch of steel for us to immediately mine out. Who would have guessed being able to just fly around the map is actually pretty solid. So whatever steel and components we get before we're ready to take off is just free gains. Oh, Illumina is having a growth moment. Oh no, dwarfism! Well, Illumina is quite literally a small bean. She's now going to be a bit shorter than everybody else. Also, what do you want? Huh. Yeah, okay. I think we can defend you for that long. There we go. Okay, good hit immediately. Also, what's our wealth at? 240k, yep. And that's what we're gonna stay at. There is no making it any lower past this point. Okay, Haruka, let's avoid that fire if you can. Diana, let's start shooting immediately. Siri, let's get a little bit closer. You start shooting. Okay, Parker right here. Okay. Well, they're fleeing, but I don't know if we're going to be able to keep Buddy alive. The rescue shuttle has arrived. Are you going to get in the shuttle? Okay, you are. Yippee! Pods arrived. Hey, that went better than expected. That's better than that normally goes, in fact. When can we get out of here? 22 hours? Alright. I think we should be okay for long enough. I mean, hey, since we're at it, let's just mine out a little bit more steel. I am a little bit worried about our power, but to be fair, it's only 22 more hours, and it's only during the day that we're burning a lot of power. We still have 6,000 stored, so technically we can sit here for a couple more days. But, you know, I'd rather get moving the moment we can. That fire is also going to be a little bit of a problem, but oh well, sort of is what it is. Alright, well, just harvest as much steel as possible before we're ready to go again. Alright.
Alrighty, it's time to go.
Yeah. Alright, everybody. With all of the steel and components that we have collected, we should be in a pretty good spot once we land again. Yes. Okay. How close can we get? Decrease animal life, river confluence, and a mountain. I mean, it's pretty close. Yeah, and then we are in range to just send our ship. Okay, good enough for me. Let's go. Yeah, we're pretty close. We should be able to make it to both of those zones with our shuttle. I hope. Oh, this is a beautiful spot to land. Oh, yeah. This should do us great. So, yeah, honestly, if we just land here by the river, that gives us plenty of room to actually expand our ship. And we get to have some water power and some hydrothermal power for once. So, yeah, let's land. Grav nausea. Haruka was forced to do an emergency maneuver, resulting in an intense and prolonged deceleration. The experience has left her colonists feeling quite nauseous. Oh, well, that sucks. I mean, you know, how bad is it? Grav nausea, -6. And grav nausea, 4 hours. Okay. I mean, that... Honestly, that's not the worst. That's better than just like, oh, you crash landed and everybody died. Which I'm now hoping isn't a thing that can happen. We have, in fact, barely been here and we're already being raided. Kinship. Wait a minute. Okay, I thought it was our ex-friends that were attacking, but no, they technically they don't hate us, at least not yet, but yeah, we are being attacked by a whopping 12 people. They are Neanderthals though, so we do have that going for us, but for the moment, let's all get together so that we can deal with them. Hopefully they just, you know, catch on fire and die, but I kind of doubt that that's going to be the case. Yeah, if you're wondering what happened, by the way, it was a lightning storm. I was in the middle of clicking to come deal with it, and then, boom, here comes an attack. So, you know, that's just wonderful timing. At least they are somewhat separated, though, although they are significantly faster than us, which is a problem. So let's start shooting. Okay, Bex, let's have you move to the side. Ooh, Bex is in some big trouble. Dude, what is it with Neanderthals? They just don't go down. Holy. They're like the tankiest dudes ever. Okay, Anna, start shooting. Ace, start hitting. Parker, just keep doing your thing. Haruka, if you can, let's start shooting. Everybody else, keep going on the fire. Make sure that this fire does not reach our ship if we can help it. Okay. Bex, if we can, I want to get you as close to the ship as possible. Ugh. Okay, well, Bex is knocked down, unfortunately. Let's keep shooting. Diana, I want you to shoot right over here. Okay, good stuff. Now, let's have you start shooting here while Anna backs up. Come on. While they're fleeing. Okay, go rescue Bex. Ideally, ow, friendly fire. You have a chance to run away. You are choosing to still attack us. You know what? How hurt is Bex right now? How are you doing? Death in 16 hours? You know what? We have time to actually bring Bex. Well, first of all, to one of the medical things. But then, we can bring Bex over to, the healing pod, and that should be relatively good. Okay, for the moment, though, let's start moving everybody over so that we can start dealing with this. Our little trap is attacking? I don't know, I can't tell. Let's go for Chain Bolt. Okay, that gives us a moment to actually get into position. Okay. Diana, start shooting at this one. Siri, shoot at this one as well. Haruka, shoot here. Ace, how you doing? Doing good. You appear to have won your fight, so let's start attacking... Actually, let's attack Scorpion, because that appears to be a relatively big dude. And then you, naturally, are attacking our little drones, which is not cash money of you, but, you know, what are we gonna do? Okay, you know what? Frost Ray. Ah! Oh, Anna. Beautifully done. Ah, Siri, back up. Meh. Okay. Everyone, well done. Who is,
What? We're not generating any power!
What is going on with our power? Why are we not generating any? Oh, because nobody is... nobody's giving any chem fuel to our freaking generator in the back. Alright, guys, do what you're gonna do. The important part is that nobody dies. Also, shooting down the Neanderthals. You know what? Fair enough. Parker, do what you're gonna do. Actually, no. Parker? Okay, the paramedic is actually coming to deal with this. Alright. And once we put a bit of chem fuel in here, then we could start putting people into the medical bay tank majiggies. And then we should be relatively good to go. Anna is attacking something. This guy is still coming? Are you serious? Diana, kill this fool.
You had your chance. You wasted it trying to attack.
I appreciate... You know what? I can... The fact that you were trying, I can appreciate that.
The fact that you're too stupid to flee when given the chance, that's on you.
Oh, hey, it started raining. That's helpful.
Oh, what's that? Y'all are healed up already? Well, I guess it's time for an infestation then, boys.
Maybe we chose a bad spot. That's certainly what it's feeling like right about now. Illumina... You, go inside. Illumina, go inside. Alright, here we go. The Bogues. The Bogues are attacking. You know what? Combat command. Let's do this.
Bring it on.
Ooh, you know what? Let's, Ace, you are in a super bad way. Let's just get you completely out of there. Then we are going to slightly move closer. Siri, let's get you a little bit closer. Haruka, right here. Diana. How you doing? You're a little injured, but you're okay. Ugh! Big explosion, but we've got plasteel walls, so we hold steady. Okay, Ace, attack as you see fit. Siri, let's have you move just a little bit out of shooting range. Ouch. Yeah, that's why. Like, for example, Ace right there just took some friendly fire. You know what? Kill this Mega Scarab. Make sure he doesn't get back up. Then, let's start moving a little bit closer with everybody. Okay. Jeez. Okay, now let's have Ace just go down the list and attack any of these bugs that are still alive. Okay, we do still have an egg sac to worry about, so shoot here. Yeah. Okay, as soon as you hit, it will spawn some grubbies. The grubbies! Oddly enough, you know, a little late to think about it now. If you were to try and tame the grubs, that's probably your best chance to actually have, like, friendly mega scarabs and stuff, right? Huh. I mean, to be fair, not that we were ever gonna have them, aboard the ship. I have a feeling that they wouldn't really enjoy it there, but it is something to think about that technically we could just use the larva for, and tame it. That's something to make note of. Well, since there definitely cannot be another attack, let's go ahead and take off. We are... Let's see, we need 183. How much do we have? Not enough. That's how much. How much do we need for this one? 126? Alright, we have enough for this one.
So be it. Drop in the center.
A mechanoid relay is nearby, powered by a Gravcore. The relay is currently protected by nearby stabilizers. Extract the relay's Gravcore by first hacking or destroying all the stabilizers. Hacking is slower, but safer. Are these... Okay, so we need to look for the stabilizers. Whoa! This is a super unique zone. Whoa! Sulfur spout. Oh, that sounds not amazing. Holy! If only we could live here. Whoa! Oh my, okay. What are we up against? So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's so many mechanoids. Oh, yeah. I don't think we brought enough firepower for what is here. Boom shroom. Right. Okay. Perhaps we should have brought some more people. Let's see. Let's just get a little bit close. I just want to see if they wake up. Okay, well, they're not waking up yet, so let's try hacking it. Okay, well, they're not reacting yet. I'm curious how much we can push this. For example, if Ace comes over to this one to start hacking it, do we think that stuff is just gonna suddenly come online? I guess we're gonna find out one way or the other. Bex, you stay on your guard, just in case. Alright, Siri is almost done. Almost there. Come on. Okay. Deactivated. Nothing extremely terrible has occurred. I mean, I don't know that I trust it yet, but theoretically, it is, you know, easy and possible to just hack it all. Ace doing your darndest. Okay, Siri, sneak up here. Start hacking. Ah. Okay. Just in case anything goes wrong, we do have everybody side by side. Ace is a great melee fighter. Siri and Bex, very, very good at shooting. Luckily, we had just eaten before we came. Although we do have food. We have medicine. Ace's hacking has been detected. You've been locked out for 15 hours.
Oh, good.
And now we're gonna get shot at, so now they are just full-blown aware of our presence. Oh, good. Ow, Siri immediately taking some nasty hits. Okay. Ace, you gotta go for these Scorchers. Come on, Siri. Come on, Siri. You're a better shot. Yeah! Let's get a little closer. Okay, shoot here. Ace is a little injured, but it's nothing we can't fight through. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. Return to the grav ship. We need to heal up. Plus, we're locked out for a bit anyway. Siri, how are you doing? You're actually doing pretty good. Silo cap hallucinations? What the heck is a silo cap? This thing? Oh, this thing. Right. Okay, well... this is taking damage from fire, so I sure hope that that doesn't severely backfire on us. Siri, go ahead and keep hacking, because I think you pretty much got this. Ace and Bex are almost back. Let's drop some food. Let's drop... maybe 4 should do. Okay, Bex. Let's come pick up this medicine. Okay, now tend. And then we're also going to drop a little more food. Let's drop some of our simple meals, because those will go bad a little quicker. We also do need to keep an eye on Siri, because we don't want Siri to get detected and just die. Okay, now tend to yourself. Good. Okay, we're still locked out of the other stabilizer, so tell you what, let's just get the heck out of there, just so we're nowhere near. Okay, now let's relax for a little bit. How much longer are we locked out for? 9 hours? It's quite a while, but we can make do, I suppose. I mean, technically, we could just destroy it at this point, right? Solar flare, where is that? I'm gonna assume that that's in this region, which is actually amazing. But let's double check. Nope, it's in our home region. Great, wondrous. I just noticed, by the way, there's something called darkened skies. Permanent. Thick black clouds are blocking out the sky and sun. I'll tell you what, there's a certain run that I have in mind after this where, man, that would have been an amazing modifier to get. Solar flare is ending. Excellent. Alright, Siri, almost there. Almost there. Little tiny bit more. Gravcore detected. Okay, let's get the Gravcore and then get the heck out of here. It's begun to destabilize. That's fine, I think. As a royal tribute collector, we could not care. Uh-huh. Okay, so it takes a little bit to destabilize. You know what, Siri? Maybe don't sleep directly next to it. Relay crash. Destroy it to obtain the Gravcore. As you wish. And there it is. Okay, time to load up. We're getting out of here. Let's see, survival meals, the Gravcore, all the Gravlight panels, and... steel slag, why not? Alright, get what you can get, and let's get out of here. Dude, we made out like absolute bandits. That was so smooth. Like, yeah, a little bit of fighting, but that was so unbelievably smooth. Holy. And yes, I am absolutely gonna give us more range to build with, because, yeah, that seems like the most logical choice. Honestly, 250 more, yeah. Oh, interesting. We can't put it in range of the extender. Oh, that actually kind of makes things a little bit harder for what I had in mind. Huh. Okay, looks like we're on a bit more of a budget than I thought we were in that case. Well, looks like our ship is gonna look a little different than I had in mind. It's gonna have a very backwards design, but you know what? That is maybe okay, I think. Unfortunately, we did just so happen to land directly on where I wanted to do our crops, but you know what? So be it. I think I've also mathed this out correctly to where we should just be able to build everything here. We're gonna find out one way or another, but yeah, this is certainly not how I had intended to do this, but we can make this work, oddly enough. We are absolutely mowing through our extra space right now, though, so we'll see how much we have once they finish all of this. And then depending, actually, you know what? I think we're doing really, really good. Enough to be able to fill in this, I think. Yeah, this is going to be a lot weirder of a design than I had intended, but you know what? So be it. It'll be fine. Okay. So I think I figured it out. So this is effectively gonna become like a massive, massive storage room. I think that's what we're gonna do in here. You know, oddly enough, this also makes it look a bit more like an actual ship. So if we move the pilot console over to this side, I actually think we have a pretty nice looking ship on our hands. I mean, I was definitely going for a bit more of an NG vibe, but hey, if it works, why not? Why not just do it this way? Yeah. So right now, we just need more grab light panels, which is, you know, a little easier said than done, but technically, all we need to do is get enough chem fuel to where we're actually able to just go trade, and then that should be good enough, I think. Yeah, we still have a fair bit of substructure left to go. Absolute worst case, we can just keep expanding if need be. So like that. Yeah, I think that looks symmetrical. It's a little hard to tell because the corners will do this, but I think that's symmetrical. A little hard to tell, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it, and hopefully it works. So now I just need to figure out. So 1, 2, 3, blank, 1, 2. So then we do 1, 2, blank, 1, 2, 3. Actually, no. Wait a minute. Wrong order. There we go. Yeah. Okay. You know what? We got potential here. And then we put plasteel plating around the very outside of the ship. I think we got ourselves a nice looking grav ship. Again, not exactly what I wanted it to be, but you know what? It works. As long as it works, who cares, right? And weirdly enough, where I was putting my turrets at, and had intended to put my turrets, we could just do the large thrusters now. Huh. That really did work out a lot better than I thought it was going to. Now, I wish we could put more than just 2 thrusters. Well, we can actually put 4. So I'm thinking we put 2 big ones right here and right here. Oh, I see. I made that lopsided. Well, far too late to fix that now, but you know what? We'll just put the thrusters at the very back. It'll look fine. Honestly, had I not even mentioned it to myself, I wouldn't have noticed that I made it lopsided this whole time. Boy, maybe this isn't a very good spot to keep at. A mechanoid cluster has arrived and will attack. EMI Dynamo? What the? Oh, it's a massive EMP. Excellent. What showed up? Tesseron, Lancer, Scorcher, Scyther, and a couple turrets. Okay. Well, that's probably the most manageable thing. Alright. By the way, something unusual is happening. So, Illumina! As you know, Chemskin Moyo. It even says so right here, Chemskin Moyo. Here's something odd. It's technically a different Chemskin Moyo than the one Ace has. So, until Illumina actually fully grows up, she is technically a disliked xenotype. I don't know how that happened, but okay. So I guess we'll just have to take a happiness hit for a little bit until she's all grown up. Well, all right. Time for us to make a move. Anna, you have such excellent range. I want you going for the sniper immediately. Why do we always have to do these fights at night? All right, here we go. Ugh. Bit of fire being dealt to us. That's fine. Good thing we have a river literally directly beside us. Okay. Let's shoot here, Anna. Shoot here at the back. Haruka, keep doing what you're doing. Oof. The amount of fire coming for us could be a pretty big problem, though. Let's start moving downwards. Diana, shoot at the Scyther. Siri, I want you to do it as well. Okay, good stuff. Now, Diana, shoot here. Siri, shoot here as well. Okay, Parker is in a really good position to start shooting at the Scorcher now. Kind of works out that it's raining, because that's actually helping us quite a bit here. Let's shoot at this. Then Siri, I want you to move up here. Diana, I want you to move over here. Good stuff. Alright, shoot here. Anna, shoot here as well. And then both of you shoot at it as well. And that should be the attack done and dusted. Alright. Well done, everybody. Now, go home. Go relax. Go rest. Do what you're gonna do. Hey. My goodness. You know, is it just me, or have we been getting attacked by mechanoids a lot in this particular series? Like, this feels like an absurd amount of mechanoids. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up, but I feel like more raids against us have been mechanoids than anything else, which, to an extent, mechanoids are usually easier to deal with. Again, to an extent. But, like, good lord. Well, the nice thing is, we have so much fertile land that we're not really, you know, getting starved out very much, even though we are teetering between low food. We have so much rice actually being created that we are fine. Although, right now we're kind of just waiting for a trader to come by in either the comms console or actually coming over to us. Technically, we could passenger shuttle our way over and go trade, but we just don't have enough chem fuel because we are just trying to store up as much as physically possible. Which, you know what? I am actually going to set it to where they no longer store chem fuel in the fuel tanks just for the moment, just so we can get our passenger shuttle fully loaded. Hey, we're having a party. And so we can power up our generators. Ugh, perhaps should have done that a bit sooner, but that's fine. Live and learn. Once we get to 400 chem fuel in our passenger shuttle, we are going to go get our next Gravcore. And then I'm actually unsure what we'll do at that point. Ideally, I want to turn it into a source of power, but from memory, we actually won't. No, we can do it. Okay, I thought we needed vac stone. No, we legit could just do it with 50 gravelite. But that's another thing. We need to trade with someone so we can actually finish building the substructure of our ship. Also, you know what? I've kind of rethought it. I'm just gonna put more plasteel walls. Just, you know what? Just more. Build more. I've decided that we are not safe enough, and I want more plasteel walls. Oh, did it finally happen? Did we run out of plasteel? You bet we did. Alright, well, hey, that's fair enough. I mean, we've been using so much plasteel on our grav ship, it kind of makes sense. At some point, we would run out, and it appears as though we have hit just that. So that's another thing we need to trade for. Plasteel. We need more of it. Ideally, we get enough chem fuel to where we can actually go trade for it, but, you know, what's the rush? It's not like we're constantly being attacked. Bro. Really? Oh my god, what is going on with this place? Dude. What is wrong with this goddamn area? We need to get out of here as soon as possible. This sucks. This is like unbelievable amounts of it being attacked. This is straight up nutso. This is silly, guys. Alright, well, we have 11 panthers ready to just chew our faces off, so, yeah. That's wonderful. Well, here we go. Okay, most of them went downward, so let's go ahead and just start making our way downward so we can support. Even though we are fairly decently armored at this point, panthers are still panthers. They are going to hurt. As such, they took down Anna. Okay, Ace, rescue Anna immediately. How bad? 7 hours? Alright, Parker, you know the drill. You're waiting. Holy crap, Anna, why did you have so much stuff on you? What are you doing with all this? Anna, what are you doing with all this stuff on you? My goodness. Okay, Parker, tend to Anna. Okay. Huh. Well. Doing a lot better now. Thank you, Parker. You have done wonderfully. My goodness. And now, everybody, go about your day. May it be a good day. And, ideally, we're not attacked by 90 billion more panthers. That are all scary infected. Ugh. What? Organ decay? In your lung. Right. Would a medic cycle even... Would that even work? Let's find out. Alright, Haruka. Medic. You don't have any conditions. Oh my god. Okay, so we can't medic cycle it. So her lung is legit just gonna die, and there's nothing to be done about it other than get a new one. So... Oh, and we don't have any plasteel. Oh, because we spent all our plasteel on the walls. Fine. Cancel. We have 4 whole plasteel to work with. Oh, actually, no, there's some right here. We have 8 plasteel. We have exactly 10 plasteel. Oh my goodness. Wow, boy, did that work out or what? What are you working on? What is this? Oh, Moyo heavy vac suit. Okay, cool. Okay, Ace. You are not missing 10 plasteel. Do not lie to me. I know you're not. 15 plasteel. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, well, Haruka, I guess you're just gonna lose your lung. There's nothing we can do about it right now. So, you know, I hope you can hang in there. We're gonna have to just spend some of our, chem fuel to go trading. There's literally just nothing else to be done about it. Also, why is no one making chem fuel? You know what? 40 simple meals. We don't need to go above that. Then the rest can go into chem fuel. Okay, it is set to be used. I was starting to wonder about that, but it is set. We just have to actually do it. What? He wants to draw infestations. It'll provoke 10 hives. 10 mercenary gunners will be placed under your control. Infinite chem reactor. Oh, yeah. Oh my god! What a mess! Well, we've got some mercenaries, I'll tell you that. But an infestation awaits us. So, let's get all of our dudes ready here. Actually, you know what? Hang on, let's do it like this. So let's do 4... let's do 2. Well, it's a-okay if they die, so let's get into position. Here we go! Oh my god, I didn't know that they were gonna show up right there. Retreat! Run! Ah! Ace, you're gonna have to come out and help. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You 4 step on up. Then you 4 get a bit closer. That's a whole lot of bugs we gotta deal with. Anna, do what you must. Wait. Perfect. Here we go.
Ferocity!
Oh, that right there is some good value. Now,
Chain bolt!
what happened to Siri?
Brain shock?
Oh my god, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh no, we just EMP'd the brain of Siri. Oh no. I'm sorry, Siri. It wasn't on purpose, I assure you. I'll tell you what, these little mercenary guys, they're doing some good work. Well, time to absolutely send them in to die, though. Let's see. They did say it was fine if they die. Ace, let's bring Siri to go rest. And then you two are good to just do your thing. And then we're just gonna let the mercs finish up what they're doing. Very nice. Well, they're no longer our problem if they end up dying now. Well done, everybody. You have done well. Oh, and a trade ship is passing by just in time. Well. Okay. Yeah. Let's, Huh. Siri, are you up? Are you feeling better? Go ahead and go get your gun. Cool. Okie dokie. And Parker, I don't think you're busy. Let's do some trading. Do they have what we need? Do they have any, No. No, they sure don't. Okay, well, that sucks. What are you gonna do? Well, they will buy our shuttle engine, so hey, that'll be nice. Let's go ahead and sell that off while we can. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We really do not have a whole lot to give at the moment. I will take the advanced components and the plasteel, though. Yeah, and you can have 26 blue serum. That should be fine. Then, we need to give them significantly more. You can have 10. You can have 30 of our components and then these 2 subcores. Okay, I lied. You can have 10 of our components. Alright, well, good enough for me. 43 rep, we also do get a little bit of goodies, and we do have more to sell in the future as well. Yeah, I kind of hope that these bugs just sort of die off. Are they... Okay, they are actively dying. Okay, good. So, these egg sacs, right? I mean, technically we could try and tame a bug. You know what? Purely to see if it actually works or not. Hang on. I'm gonna try. Let's wait until Bex walks a little away. Okay. So it's hostile. It'll try and attack whoever tries to tame it. Okay. But theoretically, it is possible. Well, someone will walk by and get that dealt with. Bex, currently seeing the amount of bodies that she is not doing well. That's okay. You will be fine in a few moments. Little baby larva still wandering around. Well, they'll get dealt with. Whatever. You know what? Hang on a minute. We have so much in our passenger shuttle. We might be able to make something work here. All right, Parker. You know what? Just come deal with this. There we go. And then I'm also gonna have you step over here. and deal with these as well. Oh, hey, our detox lung is ready. Well, why don't we, deal with that as soon as we can. But for the moment, let's launch. 135, that should be good enough. You currently you need 2 yeah, okay. So we'll have to buy some chem fuel. It is what it is. Oh, they're selling an Arcotech eye. Oh, I wish we had more money. Oh, it is a sad day indeed. But we simply just do not have enough. Alright, well, we know that they have one at the very least, so there is that. But we needed our panels. We got a bit of plasteel. Still a worthwhile trade. Just, the prospect of so much more. Alas, it was not meant to be just yet. Stunningly good-looking strangers approaching our colony. Oh, wonderful. I definitely trust you, and I don't think that you are evil at all. Wow. And for no reason in particular, I am just going to crowd literally everybody around. He says he's here to make a deal. He never sleeps, doesn't need to eat, there's a primal hunger. No. Yeah, you're evil. It's not like we didn't see that coming. Yeah, we're real intimidated, buddy. Listen, we've seen your types before. They didn't kill us then. They won't kill us now. Ugh. Disgusting creatures. Torrential rain is upon us. Heavy rain is beginning to pour from the sky. It will cause temporary flooding around bodies of water. Well, isn't that great? So, I tried to block it off before it was far too late. Did not manage that one in time. So we blocked it off from actually getting inside of our ship, and that is just going to have to be good enough. I do also want to block it from getting to our grav ship, so ideally we will get to that before it gets too far, although it will be quite some time before it actually gets over there. I'm also really doubtful that this one, is going to get all the way to here. I'm super, super doubtful about that. Then again, we never know. So, this is kind of what I have decided to do as far as our ship goes. Pilot console, right next to the comms console. Honestly, that just makes sense to me, especially on a ship. Little bit of an airlock here, and then the most itty-bitty room for storing all of our food in cold storage that you've ever seen, but it'll do for the moment. And then we just have a real big storage area right here with an orbital trade beacon. And then we have another one right up here with another orbital trade beacon. And then, of course, this is our place of worship. And it's also where we have some neural superchargers so that everything is nice and out of the way. So, ideally, this little setup is going to do us real good. Debatably, we could also put like another storage thing in this room now because we have so much space to work with. Maybe it just holds like clothes and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll think about that. But overall, hey, I think it's a pretty nice ship design. Also, bitrate is probably absolutely in the toilet at the moment. There isn't a whole lot I can do about that with rain on the screen, other than, like, do the video like this, I suppose, which technically that is a thing that I can do, and once we're in space, this is probably a majority of what we're going to see. But for now, it looks pretty nice. Now it is pretty cold over in this room just because of the heat bleed, as we will call it. So what I'm gonna do is I am actually going to put a heater just right here. That way we can make this room just a little bit nicer to be in, especially with all that cold just kind of soaking in. I am also going to set this to -100 because we want that being frozen at literally all times. And then this room will be set to 52, and that should basically counteract all of the nastiness. Hey, it stopped raining. That actually didn't last too long at all. That's quite nice. I imagine the flooding is probably still going to be a problem here for a little bit, but whatever. Not really a whole lot we can do about that. Once it recedes enough, I will be finishing our little cloth sandbag area, though, and that should help us out quite a bit whenever... whenever it decides to do that again. Why did this happen? A fault in an electrical circuit. Oh, lovely. Every single bit of our batteries are now gone. That is such a big problem. I feel like that's happening a lot on our ship. Not too much to be done about it. We're almost at 400 chem fuel, and then we are going to get that second Gravcore, and then we could just take off and go wherever we're gonna go, because we will have even more to work with. I am also debating just putting a third industrial doohickey in here, but the issue is it's just too big. So, debatably, what we could do is put down a power cell, just like this. We would need two, obviously, but does this just generate free power, or do we specifically have to be in space? Because if it's just free power, that's 1200 power for one. And then we get two of them, and then boom, there it is. I guess we'll see, because honestly, we don't really need to expand the size of our grav ship anymore. We just need to work on the power, because it is a massive problem for us at the moment. Also, yeah, putting a heater here has definitely helped us out. It's kind of equalizing very, very nicely. Issue, without this cooler running, this room gets extraordinarily hot. Really? It never ends. At least it's only 5 this time, I guess. Whatever, freaking, let's just take them out early so that they don't become a problem. Yeah, as expected, they're rushing directly to us. They're wasting no time. Okay, one more. Oh yeah, look how good we look in all our Moyo outfits. Yeah! You've never seen a team as equipped as this. Against literal wild animals. Okay, and this one's bleeding out, so we don't have to worry about him. Alright, good enough. Whenever it turns daylight, we'll be getting power again, but until then, we just have to suffer. Okay. I think as far as storage goes, this is probably the nicest that I can do with the space that we have. So, these 4 racks are going to be for nothing but armor and maybe weapons. And I think that should look pretty nice. And then this orbital trade beacon will reach all of them, as well as all of our books, just in case. And then I did also put 2 more small chem fuel tanks. That's an extra 500 chem fuel on top of our 1500, so we can at most carry 2000 chem fuel. I really do not think we're gonna need any more than that, and if we are, we weren't gonna make the trip anyway. So overall, that should be relatively good, combined with us producing 75 chem fuel every so often for free. making... Oh, that sound I made just now. Ugh. As well as making chem fuel with both the biofuel refinery and the electric-powered recycling bench, we should ideally be completely A-okay as far as chem fuel goes. Then, because I don't want any more fire things to happen, fire foam popper in our regen room and a fire foam popper in our cooking room. Sure, it might make some of the food taste real bad, but I would prefer that to being lit on fire. And then I am also going to build one in our pilot room because, you guessed it, I just really want to avoid any and all fires that we can. And then I am extremely confident that our freezer is not going to catch fire, so we are just going to be leaving that as is. And then we don't have any space in our really important rooms, so you know what? I guess that'll just be fine. Oh, bunny person. Oh. Dude, we're seeing a lot more of the furry hybrid people. Way more than we normally do. It's a pretty nice change of pace. We've got some surgeries to do. People have a whole lot of injured appendages. So, Bex, you get a brand new bionic eye. Haruka, you get a brand new lung. And Anna, you get a brand new bionic leg. Absolutely wonderful. Also, it's not lost on me how many of us have a freaking brain bruise. I don't even know how I heal that other than just a whole lot of glitter world medicine, but ugh. Good luck affording that consistently. And we can't make it either. Kiera has reached the biological age of 10 and has experienced a growth moment. She wants to spend her time tailoring clothes yet again. Tell you what. Construction and melee. I guess we could do chemical... Nah. Honestly, these all suck. No trait.
Well, looks like it's time to get a Gravcore. Once again.
The remains of an orbital platform are strewn nearby. Beware. Bex, Siri, and Parker. Let's see what we can find, shall we? I don't know what... I think I know what we're looking for. Never mind. No toxic rain. That's nice. Okie dokie, Siri, same deal. You are, in fact, going to be the hacker once again. Also, Bex... Parker! Never mind, I guess you can do it. Whoa. Okay, we're in on this side. Ancient mech vats. This looks like a trap if I've ever seen one. A scyther has emerged. Oh! Oh, they still have stuff in them. Right. Okay, this is gonna be a little harder than I thought. Okay, Siri, you are set to heal yourself, so let's go ahead and do that ASAP. Just patch yourself up as much as possible. My god, there's a siege melter in here. Also, holy, she's been waifu-fied. Huh. Mech Pylon. Uh-huh. We are so dead. We are so unbelievably dead. This is like the most unfair thing ever. Siri, please, shoot. Siri, shoot! You can't see them? Are you for real? Also, what in the world? That doesn't even match a normal waifu art style. Uh-huh. Okay, so... Siege Melter, huh? That's another one that I'm pretty sure I had turned off because, guess what? She only does, you know, not even that much damage. She just has an 85% sharp resistance, 50% blunt resistance, and, you know, only does a little bit of damage. Bex is in so much trouble. Yeah, that really does not fit the usual art style. That, huh. I think I'm gonna turn her off, in fact, because she's a little overkill. Little bit beyond my taste. But, yeah, that's the whole reason that I had her turned off, because Siri just went down and is dead in 5 hours. Yeah, that's why I had her turned off, but, sure, I'm resetting. I am not gonna let this one stand. That is ridiculous. You know what? I feel pretty vindicated. The Siege Breaker is not supposed to be there. So therefore, we got cheated. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say immediately, I could have played that better. Rushing into a room blindly was absolutely not the play. Now, granted, I wasn't expecting the dagger snouts to be as quick as they were, because holy, they stayed glued to us. But, you know, I do feel pretty vindicated that we were absolutely not supposed to see the thickest horse in existence. But, yeah, 1,000,000% could have played that better. I absolutely feel like that was just me being dumb. And, you know, in hindsight, naturally, I could have gone so much smoother. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to make a habit out of resetting. Honestly, the only big reason that I even did there, since it wasn't a full colony wipe, is purely because I know it's an enemy that I had disabled. That should have stayed disabled. Technically, we could turn off the dagger snouts and the auras too, but I mean, a majority of the time, they're not, like, the most horrible thing. I think they're somewhat in line with vanilla, if not a little bit harder, which, to be fair, there is a level of extra difficulty that I enjoy. You know, I just think that right there was a little bit of just me being big dumb. Now, we do still need quite a bit of chem fuel, but Anna, yum. For the moment, I think that's gonna do it for this episode of RimWorld. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And in the next one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that final Gravcore, and then we are going to attempt to go into space. Ah, I see it reset us that far back, huh? And you get different choices this time. Ah, well, we'll do construction again. And then, we'll do artistic, even though I would have done melee again, but it was not meant to be. Loves fire, good at shooting. You know what? We'll do no trade again, just to keep it as close to where we were. Even though careful shooter is very, very good, since that's not what we picked before the reset, we're just gonna stay as close as we possibly can, just to keep it as fair as possible. But yeah, in the next episode, what we're gonna do is we are going to try and get the final Gravcore and go to space. Hopefully it ends up working, but we'll see. Debatably, I should probably adjust some mod settings so we don't have situations like that again. And also, I should adjust my brain so that I'm paying just the tiniest bit more attention. Because I know for a fact I can play these situations so much better. And I see it immediately after the fact. It's just in the moment, there's so much going on, or perceived going on, and I choke up a little bit, and This is why I need a slightly lower difficulty. And that's also why having so many mods is a little bit of a downside for me at some points. But you know what? Meh. We'll get over it. We'll do better in the next one. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.